So Requiem for me was a very interesting and transformative project. We had kind of done a lot of work on it and, came up with ideas of recording different string lines, and it came up that Marty Friedman was going to be added onto the song.
We sent it to Marty Friedman. He said, "Nah, man, this is not the version that you want to do. Let me send you something." And then he sent us a completely different song. Like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this?
As it turned out, Marty decided to write an entire intro piece that would go right before the beginning of the song. Ben basically told me, he was like, "All right, well, I want you to orchestrate this beginning part with Marty." And I'm like, okay.
So Marty kind of wrote this amazing melody, and he had Siobhan put Siobhan through the ringer and how to write this magnificent 4-part string quartet.
There's a reason that Marty Friedman is so well respected and renowned, and that's because he is so particular about every little detail, every nuance.
And I started sending him updates. I mean, he would come back with incredibly specific, dynamic changes. I want this to be louder here. I want this voice to be softer. We kind of went back and forth, and I basically came up with this whole orchestration that to me, seemed like a good complement to what he had written. And Marty was like, "Well, this isn't really what I was hoping for." I didn't really know where to go from there, because I was like, oh my, this is going to be interesting, because I basically have to start over.
And it was a process. It took a lot of back and forth, revisions, adjustments before everyone was happy with it and ready to sign off. So even though her original version went through a lot of changes and revisions in order to fit more in line with what Marty was envisioning for the intro, we all thought that what she had written originally would work great on its own. We asked her to record the entire arrangement herself, and that became the end of the song.
Which is why it's 10 minutes long. Not because we want to be like Dream Theater, but because literally every second of it mattered.
As it turned out, Marty's wife is a cellist, so for the first half, where I was doing the orchestration under his solo, his wife ended up recording the cello part. But aside from that, I sat one by one and recorded several layers of first violin, second violin, harmonies, viola, piano, harpsichord. Everything else that was in there was done remotely, just sitting in Miami with a little makeshift studio.
When you listen to Requiem, you can hear how much thought and attention to detail went into the track, and I think it's one of the more powerful songs on the record.